I'm still trying to process it. And it still doesn't make any sense. You know, stuff like this. It really discourages you. It really does. From wanting to do anything. Especially pursuing a career in NBA journalism. This kind of stuff discourages you. I had a great night last night. Hogs beat Kentucky. I can go to sleep, put my phone down, have a good night's rest. Then the news comes out. And I say, it's not real. It's not. It's a Sham's account. It was totally hacked. Then he posted on Instagram. He quotes that tweet saying, it's real. You have other sources backing this up. Other sources close to the Mavs saying, this is a real thing, and reporting it. Then it became real. I mean, I lied there. I did not. It still has it. I wanted to refuse the truth for 2 hours last night. I couldn't go to sleep for 3 hours. I barely got any sleep last night. I was speechless today, and I'm nearly speechless. I'm speechless today. What can I say? This is horrible. I can't even sugarcoat it. Okay, you get Anthony Davis. And terrific defensive player, top 2 defensive player in the league. Really, really good front court piece, all-star. Awesome. Get Max Christie, a good role player, started for the Lakers a lot lately, and doing what he can to play in the NBA, and it's amazing. Get 1 first-round pick. You get just 1 for Luka Doncic. I mean, and also Maxey and Markieff Morris. But what we're really focusing on is losing a top 3 player in the league. You're losing your superstar. They tried to back it up like it was win now. Nico Harrison, Mavs GM, tried to back it up like it was a win now move. You were winning now. You went to the finals last year. And the only one who could barely show up was the guy you just traded and said, we want to win now. You traded a 25-year-old superstar. Should have won MVP last year. About to come back from injury. For an injury-prone 32-year-old who's just not as good. He's never going to be as good as Luka. I mean, never. Say what you want about defense. We just lost the best offensive player in the league. Right there. You had the guy. You had the guy. You had the guy for the championship. You know, every team has the guy. Has the go-to player. You lost him. You gave him away. You don't have that anymore. Kyrie Irving is an amazing player. He's never going to be the guy. You lost the guy. You did. It's heartbreaking. I'll get into that in a little bit, but the Lakers are going to be awesome, man. LeBron and Luka. I've seen rumors that they're not even going to play together because something's going to happen to LeBron. But that's just That's all foolish. The LeBron's staying. He's playing with Luka. They're going to be great. They might even push for a title. I mean, the Mavs are still going to be a good team. They're still going to be a top team in the West. Just lateral move, horrible lateral move, especially for the future. Especially for the future. Baffling move. Absolutely baffling. You can't think of anything to defend this. You can't. You cannot. Nothing is valid to defend this. I'm shaking right now because this is horrible. This is absolutely tragic. Nico Harrison. He crafted this deal himself. No one else in that Mavs front office had any idea about this. Jason Kidd didn't know about this. Dirk didn't know about this. It was Nico Harrison's move. And then you had to get the okay from the higher-ups, the owners, the Adelsons. The okay to absolutely rip out the heart of your fan base. The heartbeat of your fan base. You're going to lose so many fans because of this. They already did last night. It's a betrayal. That's all it is. It's devastating and it's betrayal. It's a stab in the back to people who have cared about this team for 6 years. My first great Mavs fan memory in 2018, June 2018, in Dallas, watching us trade for Luka. I didn't know what it could have become of it. I didn't know he was going to be this generational superstar, but I did know the Mavs had a cornerstone. That's all I knew. And I believed after all these 6 years. First year in the league, we struggled. We did. But Luka, 21 points a game, 7 rebounds, 7 assists. I might not be getting those numbers right now. Wins Rookie of the Year. Just has a magical rookie season. Trade for Porzingis. Second year, they make the playoffs. That was the bubble year. He has the insane game winner against the Clippers. He makes insane strides. He's already averaging 28 points a game with triple-doubles galore. One of the best players in the NBA in his second season. Third season, he's playing without KP a lot of those games. He has to will the Mavs to a victory, seems almost every night, and he still does it. And he almost gets him out of the first round against the Clippers team with Kawhi and Paul George playing. It was him and Tim Hardaway Jr. Those are really the two only players that showed up that entire series. He had 46 points in Game 7, which they lost, but still. And then you get into the next season, and Jalen Brunson emerges, and they're 4 seed now. And he's out for the first couple games, but of the playoffs comes in and just performs. He performs so well. He beats Phoenix. He torches them. He destroyed that franchise and their fans. It was the first year of Kid. It was the first year of Nico. He had his first 50-point game that season. So you go to the Western Conference Finals, you lose, come back next season, and you don't do as well. You just don't. Trade for Kyrie. It ends pretty badly. But what was the mantra that offseason? You have to believe. You have to run it back. Get a year with them. After all this work, and you get lively in the draft. You make these really good acquisitions. And then you struggle. You do struggle early on in the season. But then you make those moves at the trade deadline. You had PJ and Gafford. And I was at that Dallas game when Kyrie hit that shot and Luka had 37 points, I think. And I was on top of the world that day. I really loved that team. And we went to the finals with that team. Had an amazing playoff run. Beat all the doubters. Beat all the odds. and you come back, you run it back, you add Klay Thompson. Players want to play in Dallas now. They want to play in Dallas. People want to play with Luka. They want to be there with him. And here it is. Here it is this season. And he go on a really good stretch, November to December. And Luka goes down on Christmas. And little did I know that, at least for now, at least for the foreseeable future, that would be the last time I've ever seen Luka Doncic in a Dallas jersey, hobbling off the court in defeat. He was about to come back, man. That was not the trade you needed to make. Not even close to it. That was our superstar, our MVP, our cornerstone, and you traded him. You shipped him off like he was nothing. And then the comments Nico makes afterwards are really just disgusting, if I'm totally being honest. I don't want to say it's anything horrible right now, but it's really bad. It's really bad. Just a really sad day, really. Sad night last night, leading into today. I can't get anything out of this and be joyful about it. Really, I can't. Nico Harrison. Really, really bad stuff. Nico Harrison, when he sent that trade through last night, he betrayed Mavs fans. He betrayed the team. He betrayed me, man. I trusted him. I thought he was a brilliant mind in basketball. I thought he had made a great decision. And he goes off and does something like this. Unforgivable. Really is. I cannot forgive him for this. It's sad. It's really sad, but there's no way. There's no way I can forgive him. For what he did, not a chance. It was betrayal. It was sad. It was a stab in the back for me, really. I can't even process it, man. I can't. Luka Doncic was a player you don't see very often. You just don't. You had him in your hands. And you going out and make a move like that? Why should I have ever trusted you? Why should I have ever placed my trust in you? Why? Unfathomable. Stuff like this really, really hurts my pursuit of a career in NBA journalism. It does. And it's sad. It's really sad. And I could sound like I'm relaying the same points, but that's just how it is right now. This is the worst front office move possibly in sports history. Your team is old. Your team is really old right now. There's no turning back now. Deal's done. You can hope he comes back in 2026, but guess what? I don't think he wants to have anything to do with this franchise anymore. And that's a shame because last year after Game 5 of the NBA Finals, after the Mavs took the loss, he got up on that podium and he said, "We'll be back next year. And we'll fight together and we'll believe." Nico Harrison, you didn't give him a chance to believe. You didn't. You didn't give him a chance to fight. And for that's shocking and horrifying, really. It is. I own 3 jerseys of Luka, and I'm not gonna do anything to them, because Luka never betrayed us. Luka wanted to be a Maverick. He loved the city. He gave 6 years, 7 years to this franchise. Year after year, playoff failure. He could have quit any time. He could have requested a trade. He never did. He didn't want to trade. He didn't want to be traded. And whatever was behind the scenes, he was gaining weight, he was bad in conditioning. You blame that. You blame that on our new training staff, who has just horribly mismanaged this season. Derek Lively's out for 3 months. Najee, mystery illness, took him out for the last 5 games before the last game. Grimes was out for a long time. Exum wasn't anywhere to be found until the last game against the Pistons. Kyrie was out for a considerable amount of time. I mean, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Luka is horrible. You don't trade Luka Doncic. You just don't. For Anthony Davis, 1 first-round pick, that's all they got? You're screwed. You just screwed the Dallas Mavericks' future. We're screwed. I'm a part of this. I'm a Mavs fan. We're screwed. There's no other way to put it. I mean, even if we do win a championship, it's not going to be the same. It's not going to be the same. It's really not. Because I mean, that was the guy that stuck out thick and thin. That was our superstar. He was the guy, and he's gone now. He was my favorite player. He was my my identity when I played basketball. And he's gone. He's really gone, man. I'm going to have to switch everything up now. He's gone. And he's going to be in Los Angeles with LeBron. It's the first Luka jersey I owned. And it doesn't say Dallas, so I mean, I guess I could still wear it, but it's a shame, man. I give hours upon hours of my life to this team, and I've enjoyed every single second of it. Through the losses, through the wonderful wins, the wonderful moments, it all brings me back. And right now, nothing is more deflating than right now. As a fan of basketball, of the game, of Mavs, nothing's more deflating right now. We'll have to figure it out. It's going to be pretty hard to do that. It's over, man. It's really, really sad. And the Vegas stuff, I mean, the Adelsons really, it really looks like it might happen. The Mavericks moving out of Dallas is something horrifying, something Mark Cuban might regret for the rest of his life, selling that team to those, I don't even know if I want to call them people, really. It's so shocking and so horrifying, but that's how it is. And you have to accept the truth, and we got the Cavs today, but hopefully we win. But my passion right now for the game has taken a hit. And my disappointment, as Report of the Week would say, is immeasurable. So it's a shame, really. But we have to move on. We move. It's tough. It's tough. He was the guy. And now he's gone. Devastated. Just devastated.